After countless recommendations, I finally subscribed to Apple TV and started watching Ted Lasso.
And now, a look at this week in podcasting news. It's the Jag Show Podcast.
I'm just into season 2 of Ted Lasso, and I figured out why it's so popular. In a world of political divisiveness, climate disasters, and general ugliness, Ted Lasso is a show of, as my friend put it, relentless positivity. Now, I'm not saying your podcast needs to be all sunshine, rainbows, and homemade biscuits, but Ted Lasso is a runaway hit because it offers something unique. And if you want your podcast to be successful, it also needs to be unique. Of the 300,000 active podcasts out there, what sets you apart? If someone asks, okay, why should I listen to your podcast? You better have an answer ready. And for the love of Roy Kent, please don't let that answer be, well, because my friends say I'm funny. Podcast ad spending in the first 5 months of 2021 is up 24% over the same period last year. That is significant because this year we weren't all locked up in our homes creating and listening to podcasts, or at least as locked up as we were in 2020. Google Podcasts is now the clear number 3 podcast app that you have to have your show on. Pod News via AndroidPolice.com reports that Google Podcasts now has 100 million downloads. And if you want an Android user to listen to your show, they don't have Apple Podcasts on their phone. They may not even have Spotify. But a Google Podcast link will automatically open your show on their Android. Also, the Google Podcast app just got a full makeover. It's now a lot easier to navigate. Many podcasters get frustrated trying to record multiple co-hosts in the same room with only one computer. Most computers will only support one USB microphone at once. And I got news for you. That Blue Yeti in the middle of the table ain't gonna cut it. Well, Rode, the microphone company, has devised a way around that. But you'll need to buy their specific NT USB mini microphones, one per person, at about $100 each. There's a link in today's show notes explaining more. I've told you to be very wary of Apple Podcast subscriptions for your show. To make it work, you really got to have unique content and a big audience. I've linked to an Apple subscription success story in today's show notes. But guess what? It was a podcast that was already pulling 300,000 downloads per episode. Tread very carefully if you're considering asking your listeners for money for your content. I've also told you to stop asking for Apple Podcast reviews because they don't help people find your show. I still believe that. But Evo Terra says if you do get a great review, celebrate it. Put it everywhere. Tell the world. He's not wrong. Finally, if you're thinking about a podcast as part of your 2022 marketing strategy, please let me help. I'm happy to do a discovery call with you. Book a time that's convenient for you at jagindetroit.com/calendar. Until next time, stay healthy and stay safe. Later.
If you like what you just heard, share The Jag Show with someone else who's interested in podcasts. You can also follow The Jag Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit jagindetroit.com.